Welcome to episode 3 of the Moss tutorial series for Minecraft Bedrock. Last episode, we got ourselves quite a bit of moss, but we had to remove a bit of terrain in order to do that. In this episode, we're going to generate even more moss, but doing so without removing any terrain. Moss can't convert cobblestone, but it can convert stone. So in order to renewably generate moss, we're going to want a renewable source of stone. I'm in a creative world here, and I built a setup to demonstrate the mechanic that we can use to generate more stone for our moss farm. If we have some lava, and we have water flow on top of that lava, that will generate cobblestone, which is not going to be particularly useful for our farm. But if I have water and I put lava on top of that and it flows down onto the lava, or lava onto the water, that'll generate stone, which is what we want for our farm. And if we ever have water and lava meet at the same level, that produces cobblestone. So down here, this block, if I break it, it's always going to produce more cobblestone because the water and the lava are at the same level. So that is the mechanic. That is how you generate stone in Minecraft. And so let's use that to make some more moss. To start out, let's take some of that iron that we found in episode 1 and cook it up. All right, so we have 3 iron. And then we craft a bucket, like so. And then with this bucket, we are going to get some water. But then also, let's go back to this ruined portal and get ourselves some lava. So to start out, we're just going to need 1 bucket of lava, but we can come back here and get more if we need. If we have some water, and we place lava on top of water, you can see it generates stone. The lava flows 1, 2, 3 out, and we do want to be careful. I don't want to turn this into obsidian. I don't have a diamond pickaxe to remove it. This dirt block should be about center. Do that, and we get ourselves some moss. And it didn't cost us any terrain, and it should be good as new. Like we were never here. That works. But it's a little manual. We're actually going to want to use a piston to make our pad. So to make a piston, let's take a look at the recipe. We need planks, cobblestone, iron, and redstone. We have all of those things except for the redstone. It's a couple of renewable ways to get redstone. If we had a village with a cleric in it, they can sometimes sell redstone, maybe even all the time. Or if we can find some witches, witches drop redstone when killed. So since we are in a swamp, I'm just going to explore a tiny bit and see if I see a witch's hut. I don't think I will, since this is such a small swamp. So instead, what we might want to do is do some mining towards the bottom of the world. And if we can get an extra iron on the way, that would be great. Let's go mining. So let's take a look at my inventory. I used one of my iron to make a shield before. I've got an iron pickaxe in case we do run into diamonds or redstone. So here we have the Minecraft wiki, and I'm on the ore page. What I'm looking for are these pictures. So you might be familiar with this picture here. This gives us a good idea of where we might find different ores. So we can see right around Y16 is where the peak of where we would find iron in most biomes. Although if the world's pretty tall, iron becomes more and more abundant the higher you go. And then for redstone does start appearing pretty high in the world, just below that Y16 level. But we'll have the best chance of finding redstone down towards the bottom. So we're going to want to dig down to get our best chance of redstone. We're going to want to go to the bottom of the world. Made it down to, this is level 21, and just taking straight staircase down and found an iron. Really, we don't need that much iron. We already have 2, so let's keep digging. We're not at redstone level yet, so we'll want to keep going down. I found my first redstone ore. So we're going to want to equip our iron pickaxe for this. And as you can see, I got some redstone dust. You get more than 1 per ore. We're going to need about 7 for the pistons, and then 7 more to connect them all. And it wouldn't hurt to have a little extra than that. So let's pick all those up. And now that we have all the redstone we need, the only iron I found was those 2 that I found earlier. So I'm going to go back up to level 16, since it's quite a bit easier to dig through stone than it is deep slate. And dig until we have the 7 iron we need. I found some iron. So if there's more than 1 here, yep, there is. This should be all we need. So I'm going to grab this, cook it up, and get back to you all. Okay, so our iron's done cooking. I'm going to grab this, and we're going to use it and the redstone we got to make some pistons. You could do fewer than 7. A lot of moss farms call for 5 pistons. So if you had trouble getting the 7 iron, you could do that. Or if you want to build your farm in a smaller space. But we're going to do 7 because I'm aiming for maximum efficiency here. We are going to have some exposed lava. So we're going to want to make sure we've got an area that's not flammable if you have fire spread on. If we put water here and then lava above that, it won't be able to reach the source block. So you can see when we take this lava and block of stone away, our water comes back. Water flows 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 being the source block. So this is kind of perfect for how big we want our moss farm to be. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So what we're going to want is a 7x7 of stone. And there's a few ways we can get that. What I'd like to do is to generate a line of stone and then push it this way with the pistons. First, let's try to get our line of stone generating. So on this side, let's do another one of those little boxes to hold a water source. And then our lava we'll want to put in the middle because it only flows 4 blocks in either direction in the overworld. So this should actually reach, I think. We only need this one bucket of lava to make as much stone as we need. When you place a piston, pistons are directional. They always face towards the player when you place them against a face. If we take a stick and some cobblestone, we can get ourselves a lever. When it's placed on a block and you flip it on, both the lever and the block it's attached to become what's called redstone powered. So you could see it push this piston here. It also powers this redstone dust that's attached to it. Turn this off. It turns off, stops powering the block, and thus stops powering the piston. So we're going to use that for our farm. One thing we might want to do is protect our wiring a little bit. And on whichever side we're going to put our wiring, place some cobblestone. And then around back, we want to power these blocks because they're right behind the pistons by running some redstone on top of them. If we put our lever here, it's not powered. We flip this, it should extend our pistons. So we see the pistons extended and they moved the blocks out by 1. If we take away the lava here, jeez. If we take away the lava, you can see the pistons are extended. If we turn this lever off, the pistons will go back retracted. Let's use that. Let's put the lava back and generate some more stone. We got ourselves another layer. Let's extend it and retract it. And you hear that little hiss. That means we generated some more stone. So if we take a look, got another layer of stone here. And we can keep doing this. So extend one, wait for the hiss, extend another, pull it back, wait for the hiss, wait for the hiss. So you can see we have a bit of a problem here. The lava is flowing and we're generating some stuff, but we're getting some cobblestone. And unfortunately, when we started out, the water was flowing this way and this way. The lava starts flowing from here. But once the lava is fully out, it's kind of random which block will convert to stone first. And so we can get these gaps. Here we have an example where the lava has flowed into some gaps. And as you can tell, this lava at this level is at the same level as the water. So when the water does meet that space, it's going to turn into cobblestone instead of stone. So we can simulate the pistons moving by breaking this block. And you can see, yes, indeed, we did get some cobblestone. And here we got stone because there was a blank space there and the water flowed before the lava did. So once the lava did flow, it was landing on top of water, and so it became stone. We want to keep the lava from having time to go down into this space so that water can flow there first. We do not want cobblestone in our farm. So let's say I place the moss here and I bone meal it. We're going to see the stone converted, but the cobblestone did not. We saw when I extend the pistons, the stone and the cobblestone move forward. That's not going to be the case with the moss. So when I flip this, instead of moving the moss, it broke it. You are going to have to manually break this cobblestone. And we're going to have to come up with a different layout for our water so that we never get these blank spaces where lava can be at the same level as the water. So there's an important mechanic that I didn't show you yet. Pistons can actually be waterlogged. So if I place some water here, you can see the water is flowing from this piston. That's a problem for our redstone, because if I can't even place the redstone there. But if we had tried to put some redstone down there, it would wash away. So we definitely need a block behind these pistons. But the important thing about that is this waterlogged block, that water source can't be removed by the lava. So yeah, we're gonna take advantage of that, because then we'll always have water and we won't get those gaps. And we're gonna waterlog each of these pistons. We got all those. We can put our lava in the same place in the center here. And we should get stone. We're not getting those gaps anymore, but the lava is flowing before the water is, and some of that's just bad luck. Some of it's, we need to be careful with the timing. Pistons can only move 12. So we should get our little 7x7 square over here. So now we can start farming some moss. Except I keep getting cobblestone. So yeah, it's definitely a timing thing. So to help with the timing, there's a few things we can do. So far we've only used levers to control the pistons. One annoying thing about the lever is I have to turn it on and then turn it off. So instead, we could actually use a button. So there's a couple ways we could make a button. Since I have some planks in my inventory, we can just do one plank here and create ourselves a button. So the nice thing about a button compared to a lever is it's quite similar. It will power the block that it's attached to as well as the button itself, but it will turn on and then turn itself off. So I mentioned there's a few ways to make buttons. I think for our timing, one of the problems we're having is just we're extending our pistons for maybe too long. We really want to get the timing so that the pistons are not out very long, so that that water can flow and then the lava can flow. So another way to make a button. So we're going to want to cook ourselves some stone. We only need one. We take one stone and get ourselves a button. We can compare the two. So here's our stone button. Here's our wooden plank button. So we do this. You can see it's a little bit quicker versus this, where it's on quite a bit longer. So that's great for a few things. It means our farm can work faster, but it also means it's a little easier to get that timing, so we're not getting cobblestone. We've got ourselves a moss farm. To use this farm, you're going to want to click a stone button until you click it again, and then once you have room, you can bone meal this moss block that's in the center of a 7x7 square. It doesn't have to be at the end here, it could be over here. You will want to keep it a little ways away from the lava though, or cover that lava up. But you'll notice I'm right clicking here and I can't bone meal this, so if there's something that grows on top of this, like this grass here, you'll need to break that and then you can bone meal. Moss carpet can kind of be hard to see. You also won't be able to bone meal this, so keep an eye out for that. You'll have to break the moss carpet. If I bone meal this, unfortunately, where this moss carpet was, nothing is going to grow beneath that. So it takes some practice. But if you're low on resources, as I am very early game here, this is a great way to get some. A satisfying way, in my opinion. Now you have yourself an infinite resource machine. You just have to hit that button. Next time, we're going to make this a little easier to use, a little more automated. So rather than hitting the button, we're going to have that do it automatically, and just incrementally make this farm better and better. But this is the basics. This is a moss farm. It only took us 7 iron plus some iron for our buckets to do, and a little bit of redstone. So yeah, thanks everyone for watching. I look forward to seeing y'all soon. Bye.